Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, the Everyday Non-Expert here, and today I wanted to talk to you about my top 10 comic picks for New Comic Book Day this coming Wednesday, February 15th, 2023. I did want to quickly remind you I am doing my 1K subscriber giveaway, and I also have my links to my PayPal and my Venmo in the description of the video if you wanted to be so kind and to help this channel out with a monetary donation. That would be great. So, with all that being said and out of the way, without further ado, let's get started. And the first few are cover buys, and the first one being this Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 105 cover C, the 1 for 10 incentive variant. And it looks like it's Lord Draken. Tommy Oliver is Lord Draken. So just if you're really into Power Rangers, and I am, this might be a cover you might want to pick up. Moving on to number 9 is X-Men number 19, and it's just this beautiful picture of Psylocke. Number 8, we have a nice Monica Rambeau. And, okay, so right here, number 7 has, alright. So, it looks like this looks like Nightcrawler Spider-Man, and Nightcrawlers is my higher up on my list. But so it looks like we have Red Goblin, and we have, so this Timeless could be tied into the Nightcrawler series and the Red Goblin series that are coming out. So this might be something worth picking up. This could actually be, I guess it wouldn't necessarily be the like a first appearance, because those other books would be well, at least the Spider-Man one would be the same week, because there's a Spider-Man, you'll see there's a Spider-Man Nightcrawler, but I think Red Goblin hasn't come out yet. So anyways, this is the second print of Timeless number 1. This might be something worth picking up. And then moving on to number 6, we have Batman 131. And I'm pretty sure this is failsafe right here. It's just a way to get, it's a design variant of failsafe. If that is something that you're interested in, I know I got one for Punchline, and that one turned out pretty good. But they don't always. I got one for Clown Hunter, and that didn't work out, however. So you win some, you lose some in this game. Am I right? Alright. Now, getting into the top 5, we have Lazarus Planet Dark Fate number 1. Now this one has a bunch of first appearances. It has a first appearance of Xanth, a Spirit World Interactor, first appearance of Circuit Breaker, who can channel what's called the Still Force, and then it has other villains that, you know, because I think I mentioned before, the Lazarus thing, like, spit out a whole bunch of, I think like a volcano launched or something, and there were some mutations or things like that. So, like I was saying, they could have put like a cameo in this or something, and I mentioned, I think in one of my previous videos, might have even been the Alex Ross one that I previously put out, and then they'll do the, I think, oh no, Strange Academy that I was talking about. I was talking about the Doctor Strange one. So, they'll do like cameos, or even just mention their names in number 1, and then you'll have a first appearance in number 2. So, just something to think about. And next up, we have the last DC Spec, and these actually all come out on Tuesday, DC books do. So if that's something you're interested in and you're not really interested in anything else, you might want to go head to your LCS on Tuesday. Otherwise, you could probably call them and they'll put some of these aside for you, and you should be good to go. But this one is the Batman: The Adventures Continue, Season 3, Number 2. And this one is the first appearance of Cassie Kendall, an old flame of Bruce Wayne's, which is probably right here. But I actually picked a cover, this cover right here, for my thumbnail. I think that I mean, it's Batman Adventures, because this looks exactly like something that would come out of that show, like a still. So more like a dream sequence out of that still or something, or like a flashback. So I think that it's the cover I would go with. So although cover A probably has her on it too, and if you're doing for Spec, we all know cover A is always go for more. But I think it's funny that Harley Quinn was in both, so I wonder what involvement she has in it. And then it looks like when Harley learns of Cassie's return, she's all too happy to reconnect with. So she knows her. There we go. And then it has Two-Face as well, which could make it even more fun. Number 3, we have Nightcrawlers, number 1. And this one is the Wolverine X-23 Nightcrawler. Here's a Spider-Man Nightcrawler. And then this is another Spider-Man Nightcrawler. This is the one that I think is the best one. I think this was in my thumbnail as well. But I think if you look at it, where is it? This looks like it could be a Miles Morales one. So this might be the first appearance, because this one could be a Peter Parker version, and this one could be a Miles Morales version. So just giving more credence to wanting to necessarily pick up the second print. For those of you who have read Timeless number 1, what do you think? Is this character already introduced? Is that something I should know? If I had read that book, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know, or for other people who see this video to be more educated, which is the whole point of the video. And then after that, we have Marvel Voices, Wakanda Forever, number 1, at my number 2 pick. And the reason this is number 2 is because it's the first appearance of the last Black Panther. And I think it'll just be really exciting to see the setting in which we see the last Black Panther. What happened that made it so that this is the last Black Panther? And I think that's the intrigue they were going for. But I think it is intriguing. It worked. It's a good idea. So I want to see how that goes. And before we get to number 1, I did want to remind you to please click that thumbs up button on this video to give it a like. Subscribe to the channel to see more great comic book and collectible content like this. And comment down below. Let me know what you thought about my picks. Is there something else you would have picked? Is there something I completely missed that you're reading and you're like, man, this is so great? Maybe 8 Billion Genies or something like that, because I think they're on issue 7 of 8 this week. So some of you might be really excited for that one, because it could be headed towards the conclusion. At least at the first arc. Usually if something's that successful, they won't just do one arc and then bail. And I also have my PayPal and my Venmo. If you want to support the channel, it'd be greatly appreciated. Now, number 1, we have Spider-Man number 5. Now, I haven't heard anyone else talk about this before. I had someone comment on one of my videos that Shathra has already been introduced, and I want to thank you for that. It's greatly appreciated. You know, all those little tidbits I get from you guys, I love learning about. So it says a possible introduction of the Sting Knife, a sacred artifact that erases the existence of spiders altogether, and that's probably what's happening to Peter here. But I actually have a different reason for this being my number 1, and that is because I did my FOC for Spider-Man number 5, and you should check out my FOC video for that one. I'll probably try to find it and have the card here. But but in it says that we were introduced to such and such in the previous issue. So the solicitation for number 6 is telling us that there's the first appearance in number 5. Unless I'm completely misreading it or read the wrong solicitation, or somehow there's going to be a first appearance in here based on what I think I read in Spider-Man number 6. But again, I could be wrong, but that's just my take on it. I don't know if anyone else saw that from Spider-Man number 6, or can remember which FOC it is and has seen the video and knows what I'm talking about. But that's why Spider-Man number 5 is my number 1 this week. Alright everybody, that's gonna go ahead and do it for me in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please click that thumbs up button to give this video a like. Subscribe to the channel to see more great comic book and collectible content like this. And I did want to thank all of you for making it this far to the video. So I'll just let you guys go. You can check this video out here, and that's my Alex Ross all 37 covers. You can check that out, and also check out my FOC. The orders are actually going to be due today for Marvel. DC would have already been due yesterday from Lunar, but you can probably still get your orders in for Monday, depending on how early you're seeing this. So thanks again for checking out this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.